going on, everybody? I'm back with another YouTube video. Now, today's video, guys, I am always excited to do these videos no matter what, and it gives me the chance to kind of go through, organize, and clean things because, my God, I just got done bringing all these books off this shelf, and it was just incredibly dusty. So I think, that being said, it is a good time to stop and do another Goosebumps Collection video, especially with the new series of the book reviews coming in and stuff like that. I know you guys were probably awaiting seeing the slight increase of the collection. It's not like a huge increase, but there were definitely some new books that I've gotten over the past year and a half since the last one that I've done. More of minor books and a few other things as well. So I think that's all I really have to say, other than my next video, besides this, will be the stream compilation. I'm going to get to working on that. I'm very excited for that as well. I would like to make it a bit longer one than usual. Usually I stop at like 4 or 5 minutes. This one, I would like to get a decent chunk of stuff to put into the stream compilation for your enjoyment and whatnot. But yeah. It's been a little bit of an overwhelming week. I've been taking a lot of time organizing my room, getting rid of stuff that I don't want anymore, and cleaning and stuff like that. So I haven't really had a lot of time to edit videos and play games and stuff like that. But I'm very satisfied with what I've done this week. So I would like to show you some of it before we take a look at this collection and whatnot. But yeah. Announcement-wise, just stay tuned for the stream compilation and the weekend streams that will be coming up, as well as stay up to date with the community post and join the Discord. The Discord's been very quiet right now, so those of you who are on the Discord, try to start up a conversation or something like that, because I'm not always the right tool for that. So anyways, let's take a look at the new rearrangements, and then we can take a look at this collection. So as far as over here goes, you guys have already seen this stuff, but here's just another look at what it looks like again. And over there, I have room for my PC to lay on its side so I can do any, repairs or whatever, adding new parts and whatnot. But over here is where things look a little bit interesting. I got a new TV stand, and it looks a lot better. Things are a lot more compact, and when I'm going through the process of organizing this stuff, it gives me the chance to get rid of some things and stuff like that. So I'm very excited about that. And over here, I have a little mini shelf for some extra Goosebumps books and some collectible cards that I have as well. These are typically the Goosebumps books that I read out of, not the books that I'm going to be showing you in this video. Unless I only have one copy of that book, then unfortunately I have to. But what I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to do the minimal amount for each book so that we can make this video as quick as possible. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the books. I'm just going to do what I think is important for each book, showing the trading cards or whatever. And I'm also going to give the book a quick ripple so that I can get out all the dust in the book, because some of these books have been sitting on the shelf for a while and the dust needs to get removed. So let's get started. Alright, so I made sure that I didn't switch angles on you or whatever. And this is a retake, so I've already went through and rippled the pages. And I decided not to do that because I think it's just going to be kind of a waste of the time. I'll do it as I'm putting the books away or whatever. But here we go. Starting at the first book of the series, Welcome to Dead House. Stay out of the basement. Monster Blood. Say Cheese and Die. The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Let's Get Invisible. Night of the Living Dummy. The Girl Who Cried Monster. Welcome to Camp Nightmare, which I am currently reading. Have not started this book yet, though, however. The Ghost Next Door. The Haunted Mask. And we're doing this in groups of 12. We got Be Careful What You Wish For. So as far as this batch goes, all of them are pretty solid books. Have not read absolutely all of them. There's like 2 of them I haven't read out of that batch, but most of them are pretty good, and I even have some of my favorites in there. Number 13, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. You Can't Scare Me. One Day at Horrorland. Why I'm Afraid of Bees. Monster Blood 2. Deep Trouble, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, Go Eat Worms, Ghost Beach, Return of the Mummy. Has a little bit of information on it or whatever for details on the back. I don't think you'd be too interested in it, but some of them have fan club stuff on them that they talk about. And Phantom of the Auditorium. Haven't really read a whole lot out of that batch, but the ones that I have are still pretty solid, so the series is still pretty solid at this point. Then we have Attack of the Mutant, one of my most favorite books. My Hairiest Adventure. A Night in Terror Tower. Let me adjust here. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. Monster Blood 3. It Came From Beneath the Sink. Night of the Living Dummy 2. The Barking Ghost. The Horror at Camp Jelly Jam. It says free decal of Doom. I wish that was in there, but unfortunately is not. And the same goes for Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. Free glow-in-the-dark sticker inside. Once again, nothing in there. Haven't really ever anticipated looking for those very much. That's not really what I'm looking forward to when it comes to expanding my collection, but eventually I'll probably look into that. A Shocker on Shock Street, and The Haunted Mask 2. I read quite a bit of the beginning books of that batch there. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are pretty average, so that's what I have to say there. Number 37, we have The Headless Ghost. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. How I Got My Shrunken Head. Night of the Living Dummy 3. It says trading cards inside. Once again, unfortunately not. We got Bad Hair Day. Egg Monsters from Mars. No trading cards in there again. A lot of these I just put up because I thought it was cool to just have that little feature on there. The Beast from the East. Oh, and also, at this point in the series, the Fox series, or the Fox Kids TV show for Goosebumps started. So that's why you have this on there. Say Cheese and Die Again. Ghost Camp. How to Kill a Monster, which does have trading cards in it. I believe in my last series, my How to Kill a Monster did not have it. And I actually have 2 copies with trading cards in it. So there you go. The trading cards and the bookmark in there. Legend of the Lost Legend. And Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, which also has trading cards in it. Most of them that are in the later series I have trading cards for, so here. It's a bit messed up, but there you go. The trading cards with the bookmark inside. Now, at this point in the series, I have not read a whole bunch, but for the ones in that batch, most of them were pretty good. This late in the series, though, there is not a ton that I have read. And then we got Vampire Breath. Calling All Creeps. I am definitely looking forward to get a reprint copy of this. I've tried to remind myself many times, and I definitely need to get a new copy of this and find one with trading cards in it. This one does not have it. Beware the Snowman. How I Learned to Fly, which just recently I did get a second copy of this, thankfully. And there's your trading cards and bookmark in there, so that when it comes to reading it, it does have a nice seal on it, so it'll keep it in good condition. Chicken. Don't Go to Sleep. Making sure you guys get a good angle. The Blob That Ate Everyone. The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. My Best Friend is Invisible. Deep Trouble 2. And The Haunted School. So out of that batch, I've only read one book. I'm still, heading down the series. And for the last 3 books of the series, the most rare books in the Goosebumps series, we have Werewolf Skin with a werewolf mask inside. I have 2 copies of Werewolf Skin with a werewolf mask inside, but I do have 3 copies in total. So there is Werewolf Skin. And then at number 61, I Live in Your Basement. Some of these last ones, I'm kind of excited to read. I think they got some interesting stuff behind them besides the hate and the from the Goosebumps community. And the last book of the original series, Monster Blood 4, which I have considered getting a new copy of. But, you know, honestly, why do I need to? Because this one does also include trading cards and a bookmark inside. And it's in pretty fair condition. Not even fair, just good condition for what it is. Not even fair or acceptable. It's definitely good condition for what it is. So, yeah. Enough blabbing. We're trying to make this as short as possible. But that is the original series. Let's head on to Series 2000. So, a little bit of a dramatic entry, but just to kind of spark things up here. Here's a celebration for the year 2000 cup that I found one time. But anyways, so first book of the series. There is 25 books, by the way, in the Series 2000. We have Cry of the Cat, which has an iron-on decal inside. I didn't even mention that. And we have Bride of the Living Dummy, Creature Teacher, Invasions of the Body Squeezers, Part 1 and Part 2. Then we have I Am Your Evil Twin, Revenge Are Us, Fright Camp, Are You Terrified Yet? No, I'm not. Headless Halloween, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, and Brain Juice. Have not read any Series 2000, but I am looking forward to reading some of them that do have a reprint copy for them, by the way. So stuff like Haunted Car or Bride of the Living Dummy, those are the ones I'm kind of excited for, or Cry of the Cat, for that matter. Return to Horrorland, Jekyll and Heidi, Scream School, The Mummy Walks, The Werewolf in the Living Room, Horrors of the Black Ring, Return to Ghost Camp. Some of these return books I'm excited for, but I haven't even read Ghost Camp, so I have no idea how excited I should be. Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid, The Haunted Car, Full Moon Fever, Slappy's Nightmare. Apparently this book is pretty rare. I got lucky when I got these books, I must say, though. But apparently Slappy's Nightmare is pretty rare. Then we have Earth Geeks Must Go. And the last book of the series, Ghost in the Mirror. So yeah, like I said, most of my Series 2000 books I got in pretty good condition. So I got a pretty good deal when I bought these. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Let's move on to Give Yourself Goosebumps. So I guess it would have been better if I did Give Yourself Goosebumps first. But it's really debatable which one you want first. But we do have Escape from the Carnival of Horrors. And by the way, Give Yourself Goosebumps is not a completed collection for me. But there are, in total, 50 books in the series. TikTok, You're Dead. Trapped in Batwing Hall. The Deadly Experiments of Dr. Eek. Night in Werewolf Woods. Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. Some of these books. Under the Magician's Spell. The Legend of the Creeping Coffin. The Knight in Screaming Armor. Diary of a Mad Mummy. Deep in the Jungle of Doom. I'm not going to let that happen in my editing. And Welcome to the Wicked Wax Museum. And then we have Scream of the Evil Genie. The Creepy Creations of Professor Shock. Please Don't Feed the Vampire. This is one of the Give Yourself Goosebumps books that I'm probably going to consider reading at some point because I do have a reprint copy for this. Secret Agent Grandma. Little Comic Shop of Horrors. Attack of the Beastly Babysitter. Escape from Camp Run for Your Life. Toy Terror, batteries included, which I used to think that you'd actually have to have batteries for that. In pretty much perfect condition, and it is not a bootleg, by the way. It is in a nice protection that I've never decided to take off. We have The Twisted Tale of Tiki Island, so I'm very happy to have that, and lucky. Return to the Carnival of Horrors. So that is the last book in Give Yourself Goosebumps where they used this cover art. Then they started changing it at number 23 for whatever reason. But at number 23 we have Zapped in Space, Lost in Stink Eye Swamp, Shop Till You Drop Dead, Alone in Snakebite Cannon, Checkout Time at the Dead End Hotel. This one, I am not exactly sure if this is an authentic copy. I did get this off of Amazon. I'm not sure if it is a bootleg or not. I think it might be because it did not say First Scholastic printing. So some of them on here, especially in the Give Yourself Goosebumps series, may be bootlegs. This one I did order, I think I ordered this one off Amazon. I can't exactly remember. But a few of these possibly are bootlegs. This one I'm almost going to guarantee, so I would like to get an authentic copy for this one. But despite that, it's in the collection, and it helps fill up the shelf. Night of a Thousand Claws. I guess it depends on if you want to call it a bootleg or not, based off a definition. Invaders from the Big Screen. Now, I know some of you who are familiar with the Give Yourself Goosebumps series realize that I'm missing number 30, but I did just recently buy number 30 off of Amazon, so that one will be coming in the mail, so I do have number 30, technically. The Werewolf of Twisted Tree Lodge, but number 30 would be I Am Plant Food or something like that. This one, much like Twisted Tale of Tiki Island, this is an authentic copy, and it is number 32. It's only a nightmare. I really like the ones that put it in this nice seal, not the ones that put it in that plastic or whatever. This is the good seal for these books. Number 33, It Came from the Internet. Elevator to Nowhere, Hocus Pocus Horror, Ship of Ghouls, Escape from Horror House, and the special editions, Into the Twister of Terror. Oh, sorry, not the special editions yet. Night in Pain House. This is special edition number 4, and special edition number 5 is The Curse of the Cave Creatures. So that will do it for the Give Yourself Goosebumps. Let's move on to the reprint copies. Alright, so these reprint copies should be in order, unless I'm mistaken, based off of the original series. So, starting again, we have Welcome to Dead House, the 2003 reprint of Stay Out of the Basement, and the 2008 reprint of Stay Out of the Basement. So these ones that look like this are the 2008 reprints, and there are a few 2003 reprints in there that you will see. So Monster Blood, Let's Get Invisible, Night of the Living Dummy, which I believe is definitely an older book because it does have the texture. So this is way back in 2008 when they first started selling these reprint copies. Most of these are the newer copies. They don't have that texture on them. The Ghost Next Door, The Haunted Mask, 2003 reprint copy of Be Careful What You Wish For. Much like Stay Out of the Basement, this one also has a different cover art from the original book. So Be Careful What You Wish For and Stay Out of the Basement actually have 3 different cover arts. So there you go, the 2008 reprint of Be Careful What You Wish For. One Day at Horrorland, 2003 reprint of Why I'm Afraid of Bees. Shoot, my back's starting to hurt, guys. Deep Trouble, not in the best condition, but still. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, 2003 reprint of Ghost Beach, which I recently got from a fan, and the 2008 reprint for Ghost Beach. So there's that batch. Then we have A Night in Terror Tower, the 2003 reprint of Monster Blood 3, which I got for a very, very cheap price. It Came from Beneath the Sink, 2003 reprint. Night of the Living Dummy 2. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. A Shocker on Shock Street. The Abdominal Snowman of Pasadena. Night of the Living Dummy 3, Vampire Breath, The Blob That Ate Everyone, and that is it for the original series. Now here are a few other reprints from different series. So we have a reprint for Please Don't Feed the Vampire from the Give Yourself Goosebumps series. Then we have a few Series 2000 reprints. Bride of the Living Dummy, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, and The Haunted Car. So that is it for all of the reprints. Now let's shift over to the DVDs. I don't really see the need for a pause here. So we have a few CDs that I do not have a disc for because they got ruined. I'm pretty sure they got chewed up by the dog. So we have It Came From Beneath the Sink and Scary House, which was a Tales to Give You Goosebumps. And these are not in order for the most part, I don't think. I did some of the older DVDs and then the newer ones, but it should be for the most part in order. So we have Welcome to Dead House, Say Cheese and Die, The Ghost Next Door, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, Trilogy, which is only an episode featured story. You cannot find this on even the Tales to Give Your Goosebumps series, which is pretty disappointing. But now that I think about it, Trilogy, I used to think it was Chillology, but it makes sense. It was probably something scary and fun that R.L. Stine wanted to do. That wasn't a book adaptation. But if you have never watched this, I'm telling you, you should watch Trilogy. It's a very, very good episode. And by the way, some of these DVDs do have other episodes on them that you that are not set on the DVD. So on here it has like How I Got My Shrunken Head. We have Shocker on Shock Street, so I guess I should say it, which also has Click. The Haunted Mask 2, this is the two-parter DVD. Night of the Living Dummy 3, another two-parter. And Cry of the Cat, which is also a two-parter. And then we have two episodes put together. We have Perfect School, which was a Tales to Give You Goosebumps adaptation, not Haunted School. And My Best Friend is Invisible, which comes with an old story, which was a surprisingly good episode. Then we have Monster Blood, which has a whole bunch of other episodes that come with it. More Monster Blood, How to Kill a Monster, The Girl Who Cried Monster. I see the theme there. One Day at Horrorland, 2 parts to One Day at Horrorland, and 2 parts to Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Then we have The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, which also comes with Don't Go to Sleep and Calling All Creeps. Go Eat Worms, which comes with Bad Hair Day, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. Ghost Beach, which comes with The Barking Ghost and Be Careful What You Wish For. Return of the Mummy, which comes with Don't Wake Mummy and You Can't Scare Me. Attack of the Mutant, which comes with Phantom of the Auditorium. By the way, Attack of the Mutant Part 1 and Part 2. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight and Night in Terror Tower 2-pack. And they also come with, it looks like, Calling All Creeps, Don't Go to Sleep, and Stay Out of the Basement. Looks like that's in there too. Then we got Night of the Living Dummy 2. This is really Night of the Living Dummy 2 if you have read the books. And it comes with Bride of the Living Dummy. The Headless Ghosts, which comes with Awesome Ants and Teacher's Pet. Then we have Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, which comes with Vampire Breath and Let's Get Invisible. The Blob That Ate Everyone, which comes with My Hairiest Adventure and Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. And then we have the movies for Goosebumps. We have the first 2015 movie for Goosebumps, and then the 2008 Goosebumps 2 movie, both of which were pretty decent for what they were. They weren't cringy or really bad in any way. I thought they were pretty good for the most part. And then we have the Goosebumps Complete Collection, which comes with all 4 seasons. And this was a very, very lucky find. One of my most probably valuable items in this collection. If you are ever looking forward to getting one of these, just remember that this is a European region DVD. So if you live in the U.S. and you have a DVD player that has a US region, of course, you're not going to be able to play this. So you have to change your region first. So I recommend playing it on another DVD player. Change the region if you have several DVD players, so that you can watch all 4 seasons. I mean, you don't have to consecutively watch all 4 seasons, but pretty much this has every episode of Goosebumps ever from the 90s. So this is a pretty valuable item in my collection. So that is it for the DVDs. Now let's move on to, I believe we have one more book series, and then it's pretty much just going to be toys and merchandise, so let's go do that. So doing this in chronological order, the first series we're probably going to do is the Horrorland series, which is not a completed series, by the way. So we have Revenge of the Living Dummy, Creep from the Deep, Monster Blood for Breakfast, The Scream of the Haunted Mask, Dr. Maniac versus Robbie Schwartz, Who's Your Mummy? And we like I said, we are missing some books, but we do have Welcome to Camp Slither, a newer book that I just got from a fan. When the Ghost Dog Howls, Little Shop of Hamsters, The Wizard of Ooze, Slappy New Year. These are some new books, once again, that I got from a fan. And The Horror at Schiller House, the last book of the series. But this is not a completed series. I still have quite a bit to get to complete the Horrorland series. And then we have the Most Wanted series. Let's take a look at this, which is a completed series for me. We have Planet of the Lawn Gnomes, Son of Slappy, How I Met My Mother, Frankenstein's Dog, Dr. Maniac Will See You Now, the return of him, Creature Teacher, The Final Exam, which was in Series 2000, I believe, A Nightmare on Clown Street, Night of the Puppet People, Here Comes the Tragedy, and The Lizard of Oz. And then we have the special edition. So special edition 1, we have Zombie Halloween, The 12 Screams of Christmas, Trick or Trap, and the last special edition, The Haunter. And then we have this other Goosebumps Most Wanted book. I guess you shouldn't say Most Wanted. It is a wanted book. And I guess it has this bit of a longer story that I used to think it was a combination of 3 books, but it turns out it wasn't. So I'm really curious to see what this is about when I eventually read it, which will probably take a while because I'm working on the original series books. But now let's get over to the Hall of Horrors, which is a very short series. Only 6 books in here, so as you could expect, it is a completed series. We have Claws, Night of the Giant Everything, a special edition, The 5 Masks of Dr. Scream, Why I Quit Zombie School, Don't Scream, and The Birthday Party of No Return. Sounds like the House of No Return. And then for the Slappy World series, which is still ongoing at this point, but it has quite expanded since a year and a half ago, as expected. I believe there was only about 6 books at that time. Now there's over 10. So we have Slappy Birthday to You, Attack of the Jack, I Am Slappy's Evil Twin, Please Do Not Feed the Weirdo, Escape from Shutter Mansion, The Ghost of Slappy, It's Alive, It's Alive, The Dummy Meets the Mummy, Revenge of the Invisible Boy, Diary of a Dummy, They Call Me the Night Howler, My Friend Slappy, and the latest book of the series so far is Monster Blood is Back. And the next book is going to be, if my camera will actually freaking focus. Tell me! So you might not be able to read it, but it does say 5th grade zombies. So screw my stupid camera, okay? Right, so let's sneak in here and get our Goosebumps Presents books, which is the last series that I am going to go over here. So the first 5 Goosebumps Presents books, I got lucky, or well, actually it was the first 4, but the first 5 had the same cover art. But anyways, I got lucky with this cool little case that says Goosebumps Presents on it. And you can fit 4 books in it. So the first Goosebumps Presents book is definitely not Return of the Mummy. So let's dump these out here. So we have The Girl Who Cried Monster, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, and Return of the Mummy. And then we have Night of the Living Dummy 2, My Harriest Adventure. This is where they started changing the cover art. The Headless Ghost, Be Careful What You Wish For, Go Eat Worms, Bad Hair Day, Let's Get Invisible, Attack of the Mutant, and Ghost Speech. I am looking forward to getting more in the Goosebumps Presents series. There are quite a bit available on eBay and whatnot. I got very, very lucky with this collection because I got a huge batch of these. And if you're ever looking forward to reading a shorter Goosebumps book, these are pretty short reads, only about 60 pages each. And I definitely recommend them. I am probably going to start reading them just for quick reads eventually at some point. But let's go look over here. This is kind of the Miscellaneous book series here. So we have a few special books. I know what you're saying. Why are you showing me a Shocker on Shock Street book? Well, because it is signed by T. Jacobus, that iconic signature that you see in the front cover of every book, the famous illustrator of all of the Goosebumps books. This was a pretty rare find that I got lucky enough to find on eBay somehow. And, oh my, am I very appreciative to have this. I would like to go see if these signatures are authentic at some point. So we'll see. He didn't sell it for a ridiculous price, so, you know, who knows. Then we have the autobiography of R.L. Stine, My Life as a Writer, which is signed by R.L. Stine. It says for Evan. I'm sure that was the owner of the book at some point. But yes, here is the biography of R.L. Stine. I need to get the autobiography of T. Jacobus as well. I really need to do that now that I'm looking at this collection. But it came from Ohio. There's that. Then we have some new books that came from a fan just recently, if you're watching my videos. So we have Special Editions 1 and 2, Tales to Give You Goosebumps and More Tales to Give You Goosebumps, the individual books. And then we have the full collection, 30 Tales to Give You Goosebumps, hardcover. These are hardcovers, by the way. We have the Monster Blood collection, which includes Monster Bloods 1, 2, and 3. We have the Campfire collection, which I believe holds The Curse of Camp Cold Lake, Ghost Camp, and Welcome to Camp Nightmare. And then we have the Living Dummy collection, which includes all 3 of the Living Dummies from the original series. So those are some of the collection books for the most part. And then we have some more miscellaneous books. We have the 2 movie novels for Goosebumps movie 1 and 2. So we have the first one in Haunted Halloween. Then we have a monster survival guide from the first movie of Goosebumps. We have Slappy's Revenge, which is another one from the first movie. We have a comic for Goosebumps, Slappy Tales of Horror. And we have a hardcover Goosebumps Download and Die. I always thought this was kind of a weird find when I eventually found it. I thought it was kind of weird. Never really saw anything like that. So then we have the Goosebumps 25th anniversary tin. I also need to get the retro tin because I see a lot of people get it, and I've never really anticipated getting it because I never thought it was really all too interesting. No offense, but this does include 5 new books. They're not the original copies, but they are kind of just new books that look very, very similar to the original Goosebumps series. You have Night in Terror Tower, The Beast from the East, Why I'm Afraid of Bees, Legend of the Lost Legend, and Monster Blood are all in here. I'm not going to dig through them because last time in my Goosebumps series, I struggled putting it back together. But over here is all of the merchandise. So we have a Free Hugs t-shirt, which doesn't really fit me very, very well, but still pretty cool. And where do we even begin? So we have a little Cuddles the Hamster toy. a few Taco Bell toys from the 90s. We have Return to the Mummy, I'm guessing. You can see it's obviously a coffin. And a Night of the Living Dummy toy. And then we have a Goosebumps fan club card. So at some point, I'm guessing my mom probably got the fan club, and that's how I found these. And then we have a Cuddles the Hamster toy. This is also a Taco Bell toy as well. And this is a clay figure that I made back in 6th grade. It is supposed to be the, I don't know what you really want to call it, the Monster Blood creatures from Monster Blood 4. I always thought they looked pretty eerie and cool, so that's why I created this. So hopefully it looks pretty similar. And then we have another very, very excellent find in my Goosebumps collection. One of my most important items. This is the Goosebumps I don't know what you really want to call it. The little portable gaming device. You can play lots of games on this and whatever. My camera keeps going out of focus, like on and off. But yeah, there's that. Very, very good find. I got it for a good condition. Got it in very, very good condition. And so is the Goosebumps lunchbox, One Day at Horrorland lunchbox, which came in pretty much mint condition. Same with this one. And it has the thermostat in it, and I left the tag on it too. But yes, the thermostat is in there as well as a coupon that I just decided to leave in there because I thought the prices were pretty interesting and the items were pretty interesting. It was kind of cool to see what those items used to look like, the logos and stuff like that. So here are some more miscellaneous toys and merchandise. We have the Goosebumps collectible trading cards. So there is quite a bit in there, as you can see. And I got this for a very, very, very cheap price. And I was not expecting it to come with the box. So when I saw that, I was very, very excited. And then we have the DS Goosebumps Horrorland game and the Wii game. Both of which I believe have their games in them. Then we have a Night of the Living Dummy 3 puzzle. I need to get more of these original puzzles because there's a lot of them available for a pretty good price. So yes, here's the Night of the Living Dummy 3 Goosebumps puzzle. And then we have a Goosebumps Shrieks and Spiders game, which is only missing one piece. Other than that, very, very good. And then we have a more modern day, obviously, as you can see, with the new movie, the Goosebumps board game. Yeah, there's that as well. And I almost forgot about the newer series books, but I'll look at those in a minute. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but here we have the Goosebumps Slappy, obviously what he looks like in the book covers, but not in the movie. I would like to look forward to getting the episode Slappy from Trick or Treat Studios. I think that would be really cool. And what I always leave with it is what the company left with it. It was this ventriloquism tutorial, and they had some ventriloquist figures that went along with it. So let's look at the newest book series. I freaking almost forgot. I'm so stupid. But yeah, we're going to take a look at those and the collection will be over. Anyways, that is pretty much it for the collection, despite a few other, once again, miscellaneous books that are not Goosebumps. But they are very, very related to Goosebumps. So we have a few Fear Street books. Obviously, Fear Street was created by R.L. Stine. I haven't read any of the Fear Street books, but I would consider doing them. I think there are some pretty good books in here. So we have Fear Street Final Grade, The Secret Bedroom, and Hide and Shriek. So I have 3 of those. And then I decided to put this one in here because somebody recently gave it to me, and I didn't really know what to do it, so I just put it on my Goosebumps shelf because I was organizing another shelf. So we have Stonewords, A Ghost Story, so if any of you know about that, you can tell me. And I would like to get the other volumes to this because The Haunting Hour was a very, very good TV show series for the modern day kids. But I have Volume 1, which includes 5 episodes. The first 5 episodes of the series, Really You Part 1 and Part 2, The Dead Body, A Creature Was Stirring, and Nightmare Inn. And then we have Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 2. Yes, and this is the original Are You Afraid of the Dark from Nickelodeon. So yeah, that is it for the collection. So I'm going to put these back on the shelf and show you what the shelf looks like again for some of you who have never been here, because I'm sure some of you are just coming to the channel to check out the collection because you searched it on YouTube. But anyways, yeah, a pretty filled room. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I'm always making mistakes on these Goosebumps Collection videos, but man, I'm just happy I got it done. And the editing is going to be very, very stressful, but I'm going to get it done, so don't worry. Other than that, let's take a look at the shelf. Almost forgot, before I put these books back on the shelf, I do have a few Goosebumps posters for Say Cheese and Die, Night of the Living Dummy, and a Goosebumps board, wooden board that somebody drew for me. So yeah, I just wanted to show those real quick. Let's take a look at the shelf. Alright, so we are back, and I'm actually recording this kind of later in the day because I had to eat, and then I went through and organized the shelf. I kind of rearranged it from the original position that I had it from last time, but here's what it looks like. As you can see, the DVDs, as always, are on the top of the shelf. And then you got the original series, Series 2000, and I left that space open because there was a lot of space, and put those miscellaneous books down there so that they wouldn't keep falling. So there's the Give Yourself Goosebumps books. Like I said, number 30 will be coming in eventually, so it is not missing. And then I put the Goosebumps Presents down over here. I finally decided to do that because I hated those falling as well. So it fit well on the shelf with all of the newer series and the reprints and whatnot. So there's those in the miscellaneous books, and I snuck in that tin as well. Slappy, of course, on top of here. And we got our board games, other items, and, you know, just all the other stuff. And we do have an empty shelf, so when I do get enough stuff, that will eventually get filled up, but we still got plenty of room. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed another updated Goosebumps collection. Like I said, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so I figured it was a good time to stop by and do this. It's going to be a pain to edit this, but I do really, really want to get it out. So other than that, stay tuned for more videos like this one. Make sure you read the community posts so that you can stay up to date. And join the Discord. Link will be in the description. Stay tuned for the stream comp that is going to be coming out, and some weekend streams this weekend. So, other than that, like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time.